Hi, I'm Tammy from DecoPack. We've showed you how to decorate the Barbie cake, but a lot of you have asked, how do you build it? What size cakes do you use? Today I'm going to show you how to do just that. Now let's get started. Now, depending on how thick your cake layers are, it could take between 4 to 5 layers of cake. And we're going to start with 8-inch round cakes. You take a circle cutter and you're going to create a hole in the middle of the cake. And the reason why we're cutting a hole in the center is because your Barbie, the cylinder, is going to go through the cake, and cutting the hole in the center is going to create a nice even way for it to go right through. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pipe some icing on it. And we're going to flip it onto our board here. So now I have my first layer on my board, so now I'm going to take a bag of icing and I'm going to create my layer of icing in between my next layer of cake. Okay, and now for the next layer, it's the same process, just cut a hole in the center. Now the great part about saving the centers is they are a great size for using for push pops, so your scraps won't go to waste. And the great part about this cake design is even if your cake layers are crooked or a little bit lopsided, in the end, the cake is still going to be beautifully shaped when we shave it down. Now would be a good time to go ahead and take your Barbie in the cylinder here and see how much room you have to work with. And as you can see, I do need another layer of cake. The 4 layers just isn't going to cut it. So we're going to go ahead and take our 5th layer. And because we don't need the full 8-inch round layer, you can save your scraps and use them again. And we're going to take about a 5-inch round circle cutter. And we're going to go ahead and use this for our 5th layer. And once again, cut the center out too. So now our cake is stacked up, and yes, it may look a little bit crooked, but we're going to make it look beautiful in the end here. So now we're going to go ahead and slide Barbie in, and we're going to go ahead and start shaving down the cake here. Now you want to create like a bell shape for her dress. So you want to just keep shaving the cake down to give her her nice ball gown shape. You want to make sure it's uniform all the way around. And as you can see, as I'm shaving the cake down, it's starting to take its bell shape and ball gown form. Okay, now that we've finished shaping Barbie's dress here, we've cleaned off our area, and the best thing to do now would be to press the cake down and make sure all your crumbs are adhered to the cake and they're not going to fall off into your icing. So we got that done, and now we're going to ice the cake. And we're going to use a 790 icer tip. And this is the best tip I would recommend for icing cakes, especially this cake. That way you have a consistent amount of icing on your cake and you won't have your cake show through. And work your way up. Okay, now I'm going to take a scraper. What you want to do is just kind of press the icing to the cake and adhere it. It's not so much about taking the icing off as much as it is about just smoothing it to the cake and adhering it to the cake. So now my cake is base iced. Now I'm going to take a spatula and I'm going to create kind of the swooshing, like she's dancing at the ball. So you're going to just start at the base of the cake and just kind of with the side of your spatula, just work your way up to the top. And you're going to do this all the way around the cake. Now, some of these Barbie cake dresses require a smooth dress. And with that, you'd use a polycollar and just kind of work your way up, kind of the same process that we've used in other cake designs that are dome cakes. But on this one, I want to create the swooshing effect. Okay, I've just showed you how to make the Barbie dress base. Now this dress base works for all of our Barbie designs. To see our full line of Barbie products and designs, check out our website at decopack.com.